Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but here at 284 Media, we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gentleman still stand. Gentlemen, aspiring gentlemen, and of course, our partners that hold us down. I'm Ron Grant. Welcome to Season 3 of The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, a show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. Don't worry, it doesn't always involve suits and bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons that translate to grounded, community-minded, well-rounded men. Thank you all for taking this journey with me. As promised, this season we take you on an entirely different journey. From chefs to dancers, construction experts, we're heading outside in the field to share the journey of some of the BVI's best and brightest men. From east to west, Virgin-Gata, Anegada, not forgetting Jas Van Dyke, our Virgin Islands gentlemen are doing the damn thing, and I'm simply proud. Passion and purpose are two key ingredients to obtaining a tasteful life. Yeah, I said it. Our lives should be tasteful, curated to meet the needs of our individual palates, making sure that with all that we accomplish, we are happy and content, and that our lives have flavor. Today, we head to the east, all the way to the east, to celebrate and highlight one of the Virgin Islands' best and brightest chefs. He's unassuming, yet highly creative and absolutely talented. The guy makes love to his food and pours passion into every dish he creates. A son of the soil who has cemented his name in the Virgin Islands as being one of the most sought-after culinary professionals. My classmate himself, the talented Brent Lettsome. It's a culinary party with some conversation right after a word from our sponsors. Let's go. Brilliant Hands and Minds Tutoring Services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals. Viewers, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. As promised, I am here with the one and only Brent Lettsome. Brent, welcome to the Art of a Distinguished Gentleman. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. So you on some coquito stuff over there, the milky stuff. Have you ever created a dish from coquito as yet?
Well, I actually did not with coquito, but Irish cream.
Okay.
I did it with shrimp. I did it with chicken. And I also did it with a lot of my desserts.
Okay. What is your favorite food, not only to make or create, but to eat when it comes to Virgin Islands cuisine?
Well, seafood play a major part in the BVI because, we get them fresh from the sea. So I really love to cook seafood, especially lobster and shrimp.
Okay.
But my favorite thing to eat is actually lasagna. But that's like my cheat meal.
Okay. When you're doing some pigtail sauce, call me, because that's more my speed.
I actually have something incoming for that.
Okay.
I can't share it with the audience yet,
No problem.
but I have something really interesting.
Terrific.
A fusion with Asian cuisine and Caribbean cuisine.
Got it.
Stay tuned.
Love it. Brent, you, as I said in the intro, have cemented yourself as one of the BVI's best and brightest as it pertains to the culinary aspect. You wear it with pride. You really and truly make love to your food, and there's passion and purpose behind it. Tell us about how you got into culinary.
Well, from the age of 6, I've been cooking alongside with my mom. I used to be in the kitchen behind of her, preparing meals with her. But I think my biggest passion actually came from just watching different chefs and stuff on Food Network cook. So I was like, man, this is really interesting. I would love to, become a chef one day. So later on in my journey, I actually went to the college, but I did the TVET program, Technical Vocational Education Training Program. and that's where I was enrolled. So it's basically a 1-year program that I did to get the hands-on experience. So I actually basically came top of the class. And from there, I was drafted to the culinary team.
Amazing.
Chef Kenneth Molyneux, he played a major part in my culinary journey too. He helped me along the way. He showed me how to cook. And he just was the one who motivated me to take it to a next level.
Beautiful. We have seen an increase, and I'm extremely proud and happy to see it, of culinary chefs, culinary artists in the Virgin Islands. Of course, we are featuring another culinary chef, Mr. Eric Flax, out of Virgin Gorda.
Yeah. He's awesome.
We also spoke to Delani Fraser, the husband of Jolise Fraser, another local chef.
Yeah.
You guys have done remarkable. You've traveled, you've represented the BVI in different aspects, but really opening not only our minds, but our palates to good food and good service. What do you think is missing when you look at the product, the culinary product overall in the BVI? And that could, of course, be linked to tourism. What do you think perhaps is still missing that we could try to accommodate?
Well, I would say I think every restaurant or every chef upcoming should be creative, because you go to certain restaurants, you see it have the same menu. You go to, for example, a restaurant in East End, they have barbecue chicken. You go tongue, the same barbecue chicken
Right.
there, or the ribs. So I would say just try and focus on local cuisine and just come up with your own twist to it and make it unique.
Amazing.
Because, tourists don't want to come and eat barbecue chicken and ribs. They come in here to the BVI to actually taste what we have to
Local
offer
food.
outside of the BVI.
Amazing. We're going to, of course, head later on in the segment, and Brent is going to show us, as distinguished gentlemen, because we all need to know how to create. We're going to start out simple appetizers. So we're going to head to the kitchen with him later on to really have him show us how we can go about creating a really exquisite appetizer. But before we get to that, Brent, classmates first. I've seen you just grow and traverse and become who you are. You are a promoter of healthy living and healthy lifestyle and eating. Tell me a little bit about your journey to get to the point where you are now in not only the balance of healthy eating, but the lifestyle balance with exercise.
Well, this was a really long and tough journey.
Okay.
Because as I said, I was in New York and I came back end of 2019. So we had the pandemic, the lockdown. So that was a really bad hit for me. So you were locked down from March until all the way up to June. So it's like I was cooking all the good stuff at home and eating all of that good stuff. So I put on a lot of weight.
Of course.
I put on like about maybe 25 pounds in 3 months.
Wow.
And then closer down to July, August, I put on another 20 pounds. I basically had on like 41 extra pounds
Wow.
within the lockdown and no kind of active movement. So that gravitated me to say, man, I really got to do something about this. I never really used to eat healthy before.
Okay.
But I say, you know what? It's time for me to take care of myself. I'm getting older, so I should eat healthy and stuff. So I actually, in November, I went and get a personal trainer, Alpha Fitness VI, and they actually helped me out in terms of weight loss. They gave me like a meal plan. And from there, I just execute everything together. And within the first month, December, I lost 10 pounds.
Okay.
So from there, I was like, wow, this is really interesting. This diet is really helping out. So I just gravitate towards that and just always keep a healthy eating habit.
Amazing.
Along with the fitness activity, because you always got to be moving to keep fit.
Well, for those of us who follow you on social media, we definitely have been able to keep up with that journey. At least for me on Instagram, we get to see that really intense effort to live a healthy lifestyle. So we have to show you appreciation for that, and also for really sharing the journey with us, because a lot of us, we go through life-changing events. We, move forward, but we don't necessarily like to be so vulnerable and share it with the world. So I appreciate that. I want to touch on the issue of, or the benefit of family faith foundation. Growing up in the BVI, and you're from the East, so you would appreciate that close-knit community. Everybody kind of knows who you are, the good morning, the hellos, and all that stuff. But it really puts into perspective who we become as men because we have that community support. You have strong community support from many different aspects, but you and I could speak of this because we were in class at the time. You lost your dad, one of the most intelligent, brilliant Virgin Islanders who've ever graced our paths. 2014, 2004, was it? Tell me the year.
2005.
2005.
Yes.
Okay, 2005. While classmates, you lost your dad. Tell us about the relationship you had with him, and how that may have impacted, the course of life and who you have become.
Well, I was really close to my dad. He's a family man and he always, support the family. And he just motivated me to be more like him. He was a church man, a Christian man, strong believer in God. So I always want to make sure I set my foundation on God, and that's where everything else will fall in place. And he started from small too.
Okay.
So he basically used to work at electricity, as he used to be doing meter reading. Then he used to work at a family hardware store, just selling products. And then he became a general manager of the moorings. So that also shows, once you have a strong faith in God and just have a strong foundation on God, that's when everything else will fall in place. Just keep believing, keep pushing for your goals.
When you look back at your relationship with him and all that you have been able to accomplish, what do you think he would be most proud of?
Well, I would say becoming a chef, because
Really?
I wouldn't really think I would become a chef of this caliber.
Okay.
I mean, yes, I love to cook. Yes, I love to eat. But I think becoming a chef and actually being in the hospitality management,
He would be proud.
he would definitely be proud.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the one and only the man himself, Brent Lettsome. We have so much in store for you.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Viewers, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. As I mentioned, I'm here with the one and only Brent Lettsome, Chef Brent Lettsome, one of our stalwart culinary experts here in the British Virgin Islands. Brent, I want to talk about the journey of young professionals. Many of us have faced the harsh reality here in the BVI of having persons tell us that we are young, we don't have enough experience, we still have this to do, we still have that to do, even after, may I say, proving ourselves. Speak to the level of importance that yourself and other young professionals really attribute to the society. How important is it for persons like yourself to just take whatever industry it is you're into by storm?
Well, I must say, first of all, make sure what you're doing, you have a passion in it. Once you have a passion and it comes from the heart, that's when you will actually understand, and that's when you will push for it. Yes, go to school, get your degree, but also travel and get to learn from other people. Learn what's outside of the BVI. So when you come back to the BVI, you could actually bring it. And when you bring it, it's going to be your own unique creation. Just take everything by storm. Just keep a tunnel vision ahead and just keep pushing. Keep pushing. Just forget all about the criticism. Just push, focus, and do what you got to do.
when you talk about tunnel vision, what's next for you, Chef Brent?
Well, I must say, I want to start YouTube pretty soon. I want to start TikTok. Well, right now I'm doing meal prep.
Okay.
I'm doing private chef services, but for the meal prep, I want to take it to the next level. But that's pretty much I can say at the moment.
Okay, understand. What do you when you have a personal private event where you're one-on-one with a couple or a group of persons? What do you enjoy most about those type of experiences where you're catering to persons on a very intimate level?
Well, just to see the expression on their face. Because as I said, I did private caterings for British Traders Concierge on the beach. So it's just to be there, because of walking at a restaurant, I don't get to see the expression on the face all the time. So when you actually get to see it, the expression of every bite, every simple sip from the cocktail or whatever the case is, that just put a smile on my face, and it just makes me want to go even more, go even harder, and just step things up a notch.
I have to touch on your style as a distinguished gentleman. I am loving the bandana. Love the bandana, and of course you're rocking Trufel.
Oh yeah, truffle.
Right, a local designer, the one and only Kristen Fraser. When you think of your style and how you represent yourself in clothing, how would you describe it?
Well, I love the truffle design. That's why every single chef jacket I get from now on, I always let her design it.
Okay.
I have a chef jacket that I want to design coming out really soon, but I don't want to say anything yet.
Understand.
But let's just say it's going to be out of the ordinary.
Awesome,
but I just love this style. The bandana, I just came with it while I was in the States. I used to have my hair plait at the time, and I was like, the bandana is really cool. And in terms of when you're sweating, it just stops the sweat. And I just love this style.
Especially being in the kitchen. Yeah.
Oh yeah, kitchen is really hot. And it just matches with the outfit. I just love bandanas now. I think this is kind of my trademark, you could say.
Dope stuff, absolutely. Viewers, as promised, Chef Brent and I spent some time in the kitchen. We had some drinks, and we're making some good ass food. So let's take a toss to the very, very exciting experience that we did together. Hey, beautiful people, as promised, we are here with the one and only Chef Brent. Now, every distinguished gentleman needs to know how to be able to handle himself in the kitchen. Whether you want to call it hors d'oeuvres, starters, appetizers, you have to be able to maneuver your way a little bit, whether you're hosting for your family or friends. And that's why we're here today. Chef Brent, what are we cooking today?
So we're doing some nice Caribbean chicken bruschetta.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. And I think you have some rum over there, but we're going to get to that. All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, Chef Brent, we have our Caribbean chicken bruschetta time. What are our ingredients and what are we doing with them?
So we have peppers, red onion, mushrooms, scallions, and we also have sun-dried tomatoes. So we're gonna basically fine chop everything in nice small dice.
Okay.
And I also have some chicken over here in the sink, which I'm gonna get.
All right.
It's already clean, ready to go.
Beautiful.
And this is actually gonna get chopped too. So I have the oven preheat at 375 degrees. I'm actually gonna cut the baguette. This is the base, the main ingredient for the dish that complements the chicken and the peppers. So right now we're gonna actually slice it in thin bio slices, and we're gonna put it in the oven.
Chef, we're looking good, but what's next?
So what's next is the chicken. Oh my gosh, this is the exciting part.
What kind of chicken are we using?
We're using chicken breast.
Okay.
But first, let me get a sip on this wine.
I
You know, As a chef, you gotta be loose.
I like
The
the
wine
sound.
will loosen you up.
I got you.
What the saying is from Bruce Lee is again?
Uh,
With the water.
I don't know about the water, but I know Destra sing Lucy. So we're gonna go with Destra.
Yeah, Lucy, let me get loose.
All right.
Yeah, all right. So, the chicken is already cleaned with vinegar.
Okay. And I notice you're using your hands, which is perfectly fine because this is raw.
Yeah, this is raw food.
Okay. But
So-
when we're plating, we wouldn't use our hands.
So when it comes to cooked food, you always gotta use gloves. But
Got it.
once it's raw food, not ready to eat, you
can
could use your hands.
Perfect. Great.
So we are gonna just do some nice chunky chops.
Okay.
So with this, just want to get it nice and chunky, because this is gonna be the base for the bread. So you're just gonna chop it up, and we're gonna go from there.
Now, Brent, do you usually season as you go? Do you season before? What's your preference as a chef?
My preference as a chef is I like to season before so everything could actually marinate.
Okay, cool. But for the purpose of today, we're actually going to be season as we go, so you guys have the actual steps in learning exactly how to make it.
So now we're gonna scrape the chicken in the bowl,
All right. So we're mixing everything together.
mixing everything
All right,
together.
Perfect.
But the important part of this, you gotta use the back of the knife to scrape,
Good.
because it's gonna protect. You don't want to use a blade, that's gonna damage it.
Of course.
So you're gonna use the back of the knife and just put everything in the pan.
Thank you for that.
Make it a nice and easy transaction.
There we go. Nice. Now we've been in the kitchen, but we're about to see some fire. It's time for the heat. Brent, we're gonna take everything to the stove. Let's go.
All right, so you're gonna get this here nice and hot. You wanna start with a high heat so you can get the pan nice and hot, because this is where you're actually gonna sizzle everything. This is
Nice.
the exciting part.
Beautiful.
So with this now, you get this hot first, and then you're gonna add your oil after.
Okay, and we have some other ingredients here. I see some cane rum, pure cane rum, and then we also have some Jamaican rum cream. You're adding that to it as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do you have a preference in oil? I know you have the pure sesame oil. Is that what you prefer?
I rather the sesame oil because it's gonna give it a nice extra zing to complement with the cane rum and the Baileys.
Got it. Beautiful.
All right. So as you can see, you could hear the pan is actually getting hot.
All right. And what are we doing with this?
You're just gonna do a quick mix. You could just do a little flip.
Oh, okay.
Boom.
Got it. And what is our seasoning? What's comprising our seasoning right here?
So the season is basically salt, pepper, Cajun, and a little bit of garlic powder.
Beautiful. Nice. And of course, we have to mix our ingredients. Let me take a shot at this.
Yeah, you take a shot of it.
Hey. Oh shit, I'm making a mess, guys. Sorry. Let's go.
Let's go. Alrighty. So we're gonna add the oil. Alright, so now we're going to add the pure sugarcane rum.
All right.
This is-
Colorwood Rum Distillery, right?
This is going to give this flavor. Boom, bang. Nice flavor right there. You don't know. You want to add it?
All of it.
All of it. This is why we call it a Caribbean bruschetta, because of the rum. You can't be cooking the food without rum. I add rum to everything except macaroni pie. Go and do it a nice little flip. And then we're going to add a touch of Baileys. You don't know, you gotta hit them the Jamaican rum cream with this here too. Boom.
Nice.
That's a little bit there. All right. Going to swirl it around, and like in about 2 minutes, everything is going to be finished. Right. Yeah, come get a little taste of this too. Tell me what you think. Nice. Drink on this.
Gentlemen, we have done all the hard work, but now it's the best part. It's time for plating. We're gonna plate it up, then we get to eat. Brent, take it away.
All right. So first thing first, we're gonna rest the baguettes on the platter.
Okay.
You wanna get the crispy side. And then from there, we're gonna put the tomato sauce as base.
Beautiful.
Just want to get a nice line, and then from there we're going to brush it on, so everything is going to be nice and even on the bread.
It's all in the presentation, guys.
So we're just going to get it all nice and even.
And of course, Brent, we use chicken today, but fellas, you can use just about any meat that you want, whether it's shrimp, chicken. I love jalapenos, so definitely when I make it at home, I'm gonna be adding some jalapenos and cheese to finish it off.
Gotcha. Now, we're gonna add a little bit of everything on the bread.
Okay.
Just wanna even it out nice. Want to catch all the colors in there.
Of course.
So we're going to put some of the red, some of the green, nice even colors.
Caribbean chicken bruschetta.
You don't know the rum in there too, so that's what makes this Caribbean.
Interesting.
True Caribbean dish is Caribbean ingredients.
I agree.
choose rum. And guess what? I don't drink, but I love to cook with rum.
Nice. Looking good.
I can fix it after, no problem. I leave that one veggie.
Okay.
So now we're just gonna put everything together.
And then tell us what we have here.
So we have some alpha sprouts.
Okay.
This is just
a
gonna
topping.
give it a topper, bring out the dish even more.
All right.
So you could just add a little top of it.
A little grass never hurt nobody.
Yeah, grass is always green on the other side. All right.
There we go.
And there you have it, Caribbean chicken bruschetta.
Good stuff. Thank you so much, Brent. Fellas, we hope you enjoyed this lesson, and we're gonna eat. Let's go.
Oh yeah, let's dig in.
Good stuff, Brent.
This one for the girl then.
And there you have it, viewers. Every distinguished gentleman, as I mentioned before, should know and have an understanding of how to do a little something in the kitchen. We all can't be expert chefs like Brent, but I think it's important that whether it's just for your family or if you are into hosting, that you have an understanding of a little, one, two here and there in the kitchen. Brent, I want to thank you so much for sharing your talent, first of all, with the BVI community and the world. We appreciate you. We're so proud of you, and we enjoy your services. Thank you, of course, for coming and joining us on The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman. Just keep doing the damn thing. We're absolutely proud of you, man.
Definite. Pleasure is mine.
Absolutely. Viewers, that's all the time we have. We were here with the one and only Chef Brentfield Lettsome, straight out of East End, the one and only. Thank you so much for sticking with us. We'll see you next week.